Welcome to the Common Sense and Random Shit Show. What the fuck?
And here we go. Ladies and gentlemen.
Good morning, everyone. Happy Hump Day, happy Wednesday. Fernando Rivera Jr. here, your friendly neighborhood conservative ex-con. Yes, this guy right here. What the, comes next? The other day, I said there were going to be some change of plans and I'm going to only do Saturdays and start getting shit together to give you a better show. Because this is what I'm here for. I'm here to entertain you, make you laugh, show you the bullshit that's going on, share other conservative channels' awesome videos that they put out. But I couldn't help it. One of my co-hosts at work yesterday, and I had to leave work because I mentioned before I have a really bad tooth infection, and yesterday was probably the worst pain I've ever felt in my life. And I have a high threshold for pain, but yesterday I couldn't take it, so I went to the ER. They sort of took care of it, gave me some stuff to help out. But before I left, one of my coworkers, she's a very loyal viewer. She watches my show every day. She's like, "Where were you today? I missed you." So Carol, love you too. Just saying. She's a really cool coworker. I've been at this job almost 8 years, and she's been there the whole time with me. And she's a really cool conservative woman. 2 genders. Just saying. WTF. What the I want to say it so bad. Because it is what it is. So I'll try to keep it real and try to come on every day. It's work scheduling. I literally have to finish this show and pack my shit, get everything together, finish editing the channels, whatever it may be, descriptions, and get out of here. And then share the links to other social medias, most conservative, but it's whatever. Streaming on Tres, YouTube, Facebook, Facebook, and Rumble. If you don't have Rumble, download it. Great app to have. Shame on you if you don't have it. I want to run my conservatives. No censorship. I don't get paid for this shit. But I got to be real. It's actually a great app to have. So, another stupid week. Shit is what it is. So let's watch these videos together because this is a channel I like to share their stuff because they post a lot of stuff. These people vote. Most of them, I think. But they're crazy. Let's check it out. Most of these videos I don't even watch because I trust the content. So I put them together for us to enjoy together. So I may comment here and there. But yeah, these people exist. Stupid people. Mostly liberals. Because it is what it is. Just saying. Anyway, check it out. Let's watch.
No, I did not get my septum pierced because of the shape of my nose. I got my septum pierced because I wanted to and to repel men.
The second that you insult me with something that literally anyone can see, the nose ring, the mustache, the hair color, the weight, the acne, I know I've won. Because all you can come up with is something you can see.
Thank you, Kennedy. Thank you, Trump. You just handed the Democrats a wonderful gift because the...
Let's be real. Doesn't anyone know who Jamie Lee Curtis is? Most of you new people don't, like, Gen Zers, millennials. Maybe you do. But yeah, Jamie Lee Curtis on crack. She does not look good. And she used to be an attractive woman back in the day. Trading places, just saying.
Because the red states, Florida started no more vaccine mandates. Well, your supporters are just going to die off if they don't believe in any kind of vaccines. And us here in California and the West States, we're going to give people as much information as we can about vaccines and science. And yeah, so don't vaccinate. None of you red states, don't vaccinate. And then we'll just take over.
That was awesome. Remember Rachel Maddow when she was like, "You take the vaccine and it stops, doesn't go anywhere else." That's my best impersonation of a woman who looks like a man. Just saying.
I'm crying because I'm frustrated. And I'm just going to make this video to let out all of the anger and frustration that all the black women feel, because I'm tired of it. There's this viral video of Ginjay, whatever the fuck, from UK saying something about black women, and I'm here to let out the anger of shut the fuck up! Yeah. I want everyone to shut the fuck up about black women. I'm so serious. I am just so like, I don't think you understand the weight this holds on black women. It's always fucking something. Always something. Always something to be said about black women. Black women wear weave. You don't wear your weave. You wear weave because you don't like yourself. Oh my God, y'all don't want to be natural. Then when I wear my natural hair, and just because it's short and 4C, then I'm ugly as shit. Leave me alone!
Yeah. You're ugly as shit. Just saying.
Leave us alone! That's it! If you don't want black women, go with the other ones! Stop talking to us! Stop talking about us! Shut the fuck up! I'm so tired! It's always something from white people, then it's from black men, then it's from Africans. I'm tired! Shut the fuck up!
Yeah?
I'm sorry if this is really shaky, but I'm shaking. I'm well aware that I live in a very conservative town, in a very conservative state, but I just saw something I hadn't seen before. Was driving home and I get to an intersection at the same time as a Cybertruck, not uncommon. Dashboard lined with hats, not uncommon. Went to give them the thumbs down, disapproving head shake as they're turning in front of me, and stop because I see that as decoration in this Cybertruck on the headrests of the front seats. I don't even know if I can say this without getting in trouble on this little app. White hoods with like eyepieces cut out of them on the headrest of the Cybertruck. So,
okay, y'all, so I want to address something. So, white people think that they...
What do you notice? Let's be real here. Racism. You don't see just saying, pointing something out.
They don't need to be sorry for anything that their ancestors did. They don't need to right wrongs that their ancestors did. They think that, at least when it comes to black people, they think that it has nothing to do with them and that it's their free from any kind of judgment because of it. But the fact is that you as white people are obligated to right wrongs that your ancestors did. You're obligated. to do that. And you have done it for every other ethnicity, if you will,
Don't talk for
besides
us.
black people. So yeah, you should feel bad because you have not corrected wrongs that your ancestors did. The responsibility falls on your shoulders. And you shouldn't be sleeping good at night. And you should feel guilty because you have the ability to right wrongs. And so now I see these videos about white people wanting black people to stop talking about it and don't make me feel bad about myself. And I'm not a bad person. And yes, you are. You absolutely are. You are, because you have chosen.
And of course, white liberals are eating this up. Just eating it up. Yes, you're right. Yes, whatever you say. Bow, bow, bow.
Not to right wrongs that you know that your ancestors did, that you know that benefit you. And we as black people, we're not going to stop talking about it. We're not going to stop reminding you. We're not going to stop. If you don't want to hear it, too bad. Because you can't shut us up. And so you want to feel good about yourself, but you're not going to feel good about yourself because we're going to constantly remind you of your responsibility and your obligation to right the wrongs that have been done to our ancestors. And not just to our ancestors, the wrongs that are still being done to black people. And you are well aware of them. You are well aware of how black people are being treated. That's why you voted for Trump.
Yeah, sure.
So yeah, that's what it is.
We don't give a about these communities putting up whites only signs and creating whites only communities. We don't give a This is not 1923. You not scaring us. We don't give a if you can't live next to black people without wanting to kill and harm them, people of color, period, black and brown, then maybe you need to take your ass into seclusion. Let them build their own communities. We don't have to deal with their ass no more. Let them build their own damn stores. If they want to be ignorant and separate themselves from the rest of of society, us, because it's full of too much color, let them take their ass on somewhere. I don't give a because honestly, they don't deserve to stay next to us. If all they want to do is kill and harass us because we black or we brown, whatever pertains to you, let them take their ass on where they happy. Good. Goodbye. Because we sick of this shit anyway. Let them do what make them happy. We can get them the fuck out our face. The rest of us can live in peace and harmony, and we don't have to worry about no more of they bullshit. Let them fucking go.
Oh, yeah. Okay, let's be real here. She doesn't speak for us, Americans. Puerto Rican American. American. One thing I can't stand, don't include us. Brown people, as you guys say. The thing about Hispanics is we come in all color, shapes, sizes. We're like the mongrels, especially Puerto Ricans. We have them all. You go to Puerto Rico, you won't know. It's like there's certain areas you see a lot of black Puerto Ricans, certain areas you see blue-eyed, blonde Puerto Ricans. We're mongrels. Let's be real. But we're American. And I've said this before. You do not see and will never see a Hispanic Lives Matter. Why is that? Because you won't see abuelita or mommy in front of the TV after Jose got shot by a cop saying, "Oh, Jose was so good. He was so good in school. He was a good kid," while showing pictures of Jose with a stack of money and a gun. We know if Jose got shot by a cop, Jose was doing something he wasn't supposed to do. This is why you don't see us, Hispanics, out there protesting unless they think they're black. The wannabe ones, and there's plenty of them. Black Lives Matter. Shut up. All lives matter. Yes, I said it. I'm probably going to get banned for that shit. I'm just saying. Human race. That's the only race that matters. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, it is what it is. Now, I got this section I'm going to do every Wednesday. It's kind of cool. I hope you guys like it. Because, yes, even me. All right. This is how it's going to be from now on. Every Wednesday, you know, me being an ex-convict, yes, ex-gang member, I support the blue. I really believe, you know, I don't believe cops are racist like certain family members. I don't believe cops are killing minorities or black people. I don't believe that they go to work thinking that that's what they have to do. No, and I don't believe they're racist. I really don't. Me. Understand that I went to prison for almost 10 years for something I didn't do, and the cops in my case did a lot of dirty shit. But I understand why they did it. I really do. I won't get into details now because I've talked about it before. But it isn't just the police that have bad apples. You can't let one bad apple spoil the bunch. There are assholes, racist people, and when I say racist, I don't mean systemic racism. There's no such thing. I really don't believe that. Coming from me, who's been to prison, I wasn't in there either. I've met correction officers, and we're very cool with correction officers. That everybody was like, "This guy's racist. He's a white supremacist." But since I was a very respectful, humble person in there, these guys weren't racist. They befriended me, you know, and they were really cool. And I was like, "Wow, this guy may look the part, but he's not." Never judge a book by its cover. That's all I'm saying. I mean, look at me. I look like an ex-convict. Maybe, but there are bad apples everywhere. Owner of a restaurant that I've worked for could be a dick, racist, could be whatever. It's ignorance. A doctor, a paramedic, a teacher, anyone could be a bad apple in any profession. It is what it is. That's free thinking. That's just how it is. If you're stupid, you're stupid. Stupid can't be fixed. But yeah, as I said, every week, blessed be the peacekeepers. It's actually from a Bible verse in Matthew. I forgot what it was because I should have looked it up. I'm just going to anyway, but I'll be showcasing a hero of the week. And this week's hero, I have to get close because I am blind, so I'll show you close. Is hero. This is Brookhaven police officer W. North. He didn't wait for dispatch to save a choking child. He overheard a woman's 911 call and raced to the home in less than a minute. Once he arrived, his body camera video shows him using a small suction device used for choking emergencies. It took about 2 minutes for North to clear the child's airway and restore his breathing. Take a moment to salute Officer North on his heroic actions. Just saying. Is this guy racist? You know, the shit about it is the left, the wrong, you know, will say all cops are racist. All cops are out to kill black people, blah, 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 blah. Statistically, look it up yourself. It is nothing far. That's the furthest thing from the truth. But it's whatever. Let's talk about our genius, fake eyelashing wearing, wannabe ghetto, wannabe in a big way, ghetto, Jasmine Crocker shit. She said the dumbest shit the other day, and everybody's talking about it. So I thought, what an idiot. Just saying.
I want to be clear that, like, law enforcement isn't to prevent crime. Law enforcement solves crime, okay?
What?
That is what they're supposed to do. They are supposed to solve crime, not necessarily prevent them from happening, per se. Law enforcement isn't to prevent crime.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard.
That was John Talks Too. That's another channel. I said the other day, I am going to be doing, as I mentioned the other day, my own content and all that stuff. But, that's why I slightly edit some of this stuff. And, I will be possibly interviewing people on the street about masks and other stuff, who they voted for, how do they think. I'll be doing some of that stuff, man on the street kind of thing, because I want to make it more entertaining. Plus, I need to do that because I have a feeling, hopefully, that'll take me to the next level of having 4 people watch me instead of just 1. Just saying. Anyway, masks. Since we're on the subject, not really, but I mentioned it. Cops, ICE, doing their job, following the law, wearing masks. Let's be real. I totally get it. Me being an ex-convict, an ex-gang member who has experience with being arrested, ambushed, even beat up by cops. It's whatever, but I deserved it. I'm saying, for the shit that I've done. It's not like I didn't hit back. But I respect it, and I totally understand why. I especially ask for all the shit that's going on and the danger that these individuals, these patriots, face every day. I don't understand why these lib turds, Democrats, when it was mask, everyone, if you don't wear a mask, blah, 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 blah. Now it's like, I'll take them off. We want to see your face so we can dox you and put your life in danger. They're pieces of shit. Let's be real. But anyway, watch this story. Very interesting. You already know.
The advertisements encouraging federal agents to take off their masks won't be up much longer, but the people behind the 6-figure ad campaign hope the message resonates. Masked agents on the streets, they argue, create a climate of intimidation and fear and run counter to the principles of community policing.
I do understand the terror that it creates for people. A lot of times these officers are masked. They're not identifying themselves. They're not wearing badges. They're wearing street clothes and masks. And a lot of people think that they may be getting abducted. And it's just not good policing, terrorizing communities. So I think that when you're out there working in a public capacity, take your mask off.
I think a lot of people don't understand the risk of being identified as a law enforcement officer. I personally have talked with law enforcement officers around the country where they have been identified as law enforcement and people have waited outside their homes in cars. I've talked to officers whose kids have been followed to school. These are real risks to personal safety, and these are real examples of harassment. It's not unusual or hard to understand why some law enforcement want to wear masks.
Josh Etterheimer points out that federal agents have been doxxed and harassed in their homes. He says a system where federal agents are identified with numbers would be a good middle ground, holding them accountable without requiring them to be unmasked.
Let's be real, man. I've ruined my life. I know it, and I'm dealing with it. That's fine. It's, I made my mistakes, and I'm just living with them, and I just got to survive the way I got to survive. I don't get paid for none of this shit. I actually pay to be able to stream to you because I love doing this stuff. But it's whatever. I'm saying? I guess I'm not for everyone, but I get it. I'm not going to give up. I almost did a few times, just a week, especially with the pain that I've been going through with my tooth and coming in here early because I wake up early every day. 3 jobs, just saying, like 2 genders. But I totally get it. This is me, an ex-convict, an ex-gang member. I get it. I get why they wear masks. And I wish I go back in time somehow. I wish that people like me that change their lives around, because I have, I've mentioned before, I work with the police department in Worcester, Massachusetts, talking to kids about staying away from gangs. I was doing contract security work. I was a professional MMA fighter. I changed my life around after prison. It's been out over 20 years. I wish I could be a cop or an ICE agent. I'll be honest. And I would be 100% patriotic and loyal. It is what it is. And I wish it was. That's all I'm saying. But anyway, this next video pissed the f out of me because these people are jerkwads on the left. I actually put this video out and believe everything that they're saying. I'm sorry, they're pieces of shit. Let's be real. But check this video out.
Trump's mass secret police are looking to hire a few wildly mediocre men to join their ranks. If you're a stone-cold fatriot and the following describes you, you could have what it takes. Are you titillated by the thought of pleasing the dear leader? Did you peak in high school? Does hurting or abusing people excite you? Can you easily disregard your oath to the Constitution? Does the sight of black and brown people existing in public terrify you? Are you an insecure bully who internally feels terrible about yourself because when you look in the mirror, you know the pathetic truth about the empty void of dark weakness that haunts you? Have you ever tried to ease your blistering inadequacy by uttering one or more of the following? Western civilization must be preserved. What about all the good things Hitler did? White people were slaves too. Oh yeah? What is a woman? Why is no one talking about the male loneliness epidemic? Blah, blah, blah birth rate. Blah, blah, blah testosterone. Women are too weak and emotional to vote, or hold office, or serve in combat. Why won't they date me? Or, of course, the old classic, all lives matter. Call now to get your badge, gun, and face mask. 1-800-TRUMP-CUCK. That's 1-800-TRUMP-CUCK to get started today.
Yo, that commercial pissed me off. I know it's not a real commercial, but what a fucking idiot. Whoever posts this picture, they're probably sucking someone's balls right now and eating the shit out their ass because they're pieces of shit to actually believe everything they say. Do all lives matter? What's wrong with that? Everything else? Where is he hearing this stuff? Ain't no conservative saying shit like that. What's wrong with him? Dude got issues. But of course, these idiots eat it all up. All of them. Then dye their hair blue, purple, put up some stupid sign that they never understand what the fuck they mean. They're idiots. Let's be real. And as I always say, stupid with poop shit on all their faces. I love it. Anyway, Grunt Style. They don't pay me. I don't have any of their stuff. I plan on getting some stuff. They got some cool gear. But this is an ad that I thought was patriotic as shit that they put out. I don't know how old it is, but it's awesome. Just wanted to end this part of the show in a positive way. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, beautiful for heroes proved in liberating strife, who more than self their country loved, and mercy more than life.
That's a badass commercial. Let's be real. Grunt Style. Look them up. They do got some cool stuff. Wish I had some of their stuff. And as I said, nobody pays me. I just wanted to show. They did pretty cool stuff. Anyway, since today is WTF, let's talk. Dapper detective breaking the sexual predator arrested for first-degree attempted kidnapping of a barista that was caught on video just outside of Seattle has been released from jail on cashless bail. WTF. This is precisely why women in America are being raped and murdered by repeat offenders.
Police tracked down a week later, early morning hours of August 18th. Surveillance footage at a Ladybug Espresso in Lakewood shows this bikini barista serving a drink to a customer who then violently grabs her through the window, ripping her shirt. Screen captures give us a good look at Ezekiel Guerrero, the 19-year-old that Lakewood police tracked down a week later in Kent. You can see him here in handcuffs.
Is that you? Yeah, that's me.
Guerrero keeps repeating he was not in the right state of mind.
It was just a flash. The moment I realized what I did, I let go.
Despite, according to police documents, Guerrero admitting to grabbing the young woman, he pleaded not guilty at his arraignment and is out of Pierce County Jail with a first-degree attempted kidnapping charge. Early morning hours of August 18th.
That was actually the day after my birthday, the 18th. Wow. Crime. Retired professor and mother hacked to death while walking her dog. Suspect stole her truck and was apprehended by police. We've got to get a grip of our nation's crime problem. We can't continue to allow violent criminals to remain on our streets to randomly kill. I get really pissed off when I see this stuff. And let's be real here. I won't get into too details what I think, but race, who knows? We don't have a crime problem. We have a race problem. A 23-year-old Ukrainian refugee was stabbed to death by one, too vile even for that term. This views prejudice against black people as we fail to police our own. Ukrainian escapes war, seeks safety here, only to be killed. Listen to this.
Problem. We have a race problem and a nigger problem. A 23-year-old Ukrainian refugee was stabbed to death by a nigger whose name I won't even say. And I think he deserves a lesser title than nigger. I think calling him a nigger is too disrespectful to the word nigger. This is a prime example for why people don't like being around niggers and are skeptical anytime they're around black people. We are the main reason for why people in this country don't like black people. Now, I'm going to say this. I'm not a fan of the Ukrainian refugees being here. However, the fact that a Ukrainian refugee escapes a war-torn country, where a country being bombed, her countrymen being killed, they come over here to the United States where she thinks it's safe, gets fucking killed by some nigga on a train. This is what makes people racist. This is what makes people biased. This is what makes people have prejudice towards black people. It's behavior like this that we don't call out, that we don't police, and we don't get these fucking people off the street. Black fatigue is increasing significantly. And I'm telling you this, when people bounce back, everyone in this country, it's not going to be nice for us as black people.
Yo. Wow. Common sense, people. That's all it takes. Developing, these young Chicago men drove to their local police station to show off their guns and amid that the reports that President Trump will be sending the National Guard to Chicago in a similar fashion to D.C.
You know that. Don't say fuck the death. You know that. You me in that shit.
Cameras have become the worst thing for the BLM movement. That's because the movement was built on the premise that, oh, police are just being indiscriminately racist and hunting minorities, right? And what have police body cameras shown? Most often they have shown that police officers are doing their job correctly, and that instead minorities in many cases are attacking them or resisting arrest or lying about their interactions with police altogether. So ultimately what was meant to build up their narrative has brought it crashing down. And I, for one, am here for it. Police.
Just saying. Italian police are introducing an African illegal refugee to the laws. Yep. Bam! What a takedown. She was murdered while walking her dog and discovered a wooded area of Kiesel Park in Auburn, Alabama. Killer Harold, I don't want to say his name, has been arrested by Auburn police and faces 2 counts of capital murder. The media is silent. Same thing with the Ukrainian woman. Listen, I'm going to be honest with you. This thing with the Ukrainian woman, it messed my head up. You know, that evil exists the way it does. You know, what killed me more than anything, and I get emotional about this shit. What bothers me more than anything is the people that were on there in the same, the bus, that didn't see this or didn't react or didn't. I mean, I get it. You know, a lot of people try to ignore what's going on around them to avoid issues or problems. But it's the kind of situation that I wish I was there. Because I would take this guy out. I'm sorry to say that. I don't condone violence. But sometimes violence is necessary to destroy evil. And what happened was evil. No, I can't. Somebody tried to show me a picture after I've already seen the video and all this stuff. And it bothers the hell out of me what happened. You know, this beautiful woman come here to try to live a life, and some piece of shit dirtbag takes her life. Yeah, it bothers the hell out of me. Wish I could do something. I wish I could do more. I really do. But anyway, what the fuck? Evil people need to go. That's all I'm saying. It is what it is. I apologize, like I said. You know, and then I hear about this morning or last night about the woman walking her dog. Yes, it affects the hell out of me. It really does. You know? But anyway, thanks for watching, guys. As I said, I'm going to try to be here every day, 6:30 a.m. I know it's early as shit. Please subscribe. Please like. Please share. Please follow on anything you can find me on. The Conservative Ex-Con with a common sense and random shit show. Want to help the channel out? Please do so I can make this better, more entertaining, funny. I am sort of a comedian, I guess. I saw this AI description of me and said, Fernando Rivera, blah, 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 comedian. I was like, I guess I could be. Okay. Yeah, I'm still bothered by that. But anyway, off to work I go. Check out my outro. I like playing with all this AI stuff, even though Terminator, just saying. You saw that movie? Yeah. Laters!
Thanks for watching.